you're on. It's Saturday night in America, and we're coming to you tonight from the sensory deprivation and isolation chamber atop Gilmore World Headquarters. It was a beautiful day. I actually sat outside today and avoided contact. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to launch into this. I don't know how long this one's going to take. There's some stories to tell about this space. Andy, Shane, and I, hi Chris, I hope you see these, shared a common love of building instruments. He had all the woodworking tools, all the oscillating sanders, surface planers, things like that. He had all of those tools, and he shared them with me. I brought my ideas and my lumber to him, and we put stuff together, painted it, and did everything with it. I helped him with a brake job on his car. It went nowhere because it was some sort of old Nissan, and you have to pull the whole axle or something foolish. It's just a little four-door little Econo box, and it was just so elaborate, and I just gave up. He liked that I put the effort in, though, and he bought me some wood to build an instrument. He bought and paid for the lumber. It was mahogany with some maple strips. I had always wanted, I thought, one of the most beautiful instruments that Gibson ever made, and it was great because it was a departure from what they normally made, the Thunderbird. The Gibson Thunderbird was just such a beautiful instrument to me. It was big. It commanded your attention wherever you were. It was beautiful. I always wanted one, and I had 3 builds behind me now. This is 1993, I think. Yeah, actually 93, because I just checked the battery plate, and I used to mark down the date on the battery plate that I changed it. First set was in 93. The last set was in 04, till this morning. At any rate, doesn't get used a lot anymore. When I moved out to Suffolk, this instrument was my instrument. This was what people remembered me by. You're the guy with the red Thunderbird. Oh, and it's red, yes. It's my color. I love red. I like red. Red means all kinds of things, symbolically, one way or another. But anyway, we got together and we started to build this instrument. And it is everything. We cut the fingerboard. We put the frets in. It's a bunch of layers of wood here. Hang on one second. Let me fire this thing up. Okay. Let me introduce you. I refer to it these days as the Andy Bird. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got the lumber to do this. Hold your ears. I'm going to blow this 5-watt amp. There we go. Dead accurate silhouette or profile. What's not accurate about it is on the regular Thunderbird, the body tapers away from the center to where it's extremely thin at the edge. This is more of a straight edge. Once again, I patterned on the precision-based scale length, string spacing, all precision-based. Size of the neck is all hand-cut. Everything was hand-cut. I was responsible for this piece, and I'm pretty damn proud of it, actually. It sits at an angle on the body, and you have to carve around the edge accurately without dropping the profile. It was really difficult to do by hand. The other thing to tell you about this is how many pieces of wood there are. There's one mahogany, one maple, one mahogany, one walnut, one maple, one walnut, another mahogany, another maple, another mahogany. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 individual pieces of wood glued together and shaped into this. And you can see that stripe runs all the way through the heel to the butt end of the base. This is also the first case I've been using with StewMac sells as the Electro Jack. Hold still, baby. It's a threaded aluminum insert that goes in the same hole that your regular jack would go into. But you thread the actual jack, the female part of it, into this little piece here, this little ferrule, and you could tow your amp around the room. It's not coming out, it's not going to bend, it's not going to break unless the cable does. I recommend them also. Once again, there's piano felt under the knobs to prevent dust from getting in. You know, watch that glare, holy smokes. Yeah, I cut all the aluminum myself. The pick guard, yikes, I should put filters on this. The back cover, and the truss rod cover. All hand cut. It's an 18-volt EMG system, again, ceramics. And these are the standard EMG controls. You're looking at, again, a Schaller bridge, and this time a full set of Schaller Fender styles. On the back here, you can see them. I had to have those little elephant ear deals up there. I just like the way they look. Oh, here's some trivia for you. Let me put this on so I can point things out. This is my campaign ribbons. Look at my hat. There we go. Let me pull it in here and see if it shows again here. These are my campaign ribbons here. All right, there's 3 basses here, a Precision and 2 Jazzes. There's a Harley Davidson from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Some New York stuff, the Hard Rock Cafe, U.S. Army cap badge, Led Zeppelin button, the I Like High School Marching Bands button, because they're pretty cute, some of them girls. Anyway, Be Seeing You. Everybody knows what that's reference to. And this is the coolest thing. When we worked at Sam Ash, the roadies from Mott the Hoople gave me this badge. That's 1971, maybe? It's the Escher Lizard from one of their album covers. I think it was, I don't remember what it was, but yeah, they had used Escher as an illustrator for their stuff. Now, what does it sound like? A lot of what it sounds like has to do with the fact that I found that guitar players, when you ask them what size string are you using, they'll say, well, these are 10s and 13s or 11s. What they count is this string. As a bass player, we count this string. That's a .130. It's the B string from a 5-string set. I just left off the high G. So this is a 5-string set. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. This is as thick a string as I can get on here without bending the neck. It's not a solo instrument. It's not something that you whip out and start doing Jocko runs on, because it is big. It makes big noise, and I love it. I designed it. I executed everything on here except the hardware, the strings, and the electronics. Oh, and there is one poignant note I want to make. Andy was constantly chastising me about painting. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it. Leave it be. You know, it's like he was the kind of guy that was always warning you not to do. Warning you, don't worry, don't touch this, don't move that. I also want to show the wear on this thing. I really ground on this baby. That's with and without a pick. But you won't be able to see it here, but I can. He was always chastising me about marring the finish before it was done. And I finished the shaping, I finished the sanding, the whole wooden project was done. I brought it to him and left it with him to paint. And, I wish I could get it to stand out here. It's in this general vicinity. I went back the next week. It's painted beautifully. It's the color I wanted. It's, almost SG red. And it's been clear coated. So it's finished. It's done. He's buffed it out and everything. And right about here, forever imprinted in here, and I am not ever going to sand this down, is Andy's fingerprint. After all of that chastisement about, don't touch it, don't even look at it, stay away from it. Like, yo, Andy, yo, brother, there's your fingerprint. That's not mine. This was wood when I left it with you. He grinned sheepishly, and, I'm proud it's there. He's passed on now. I'm happy to have him on there like that. And that's pretty much the story of my first and last Thunderbird. I am never going to do this again. Body, hardware,